Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. These two have been going back and forth for years, man. And so they found a way to make it happen. And here it is. Here we are. Let's start with Jake Paul. 6 wins, 1 loss, 4 wins by way of knockout. He's coming off his first loss of his career when he faced a real boxer in Tommy Fury. But that was the thing that we wanted to see, right? We wanted to see how would Jake Paul be against a real boxer, regardless of their record. We wanted to see, man, how was he going to handle some of that solid foundation of someone who's been through amateur fights, just an actual person who takes this as their #1 priority. And I thought he fought very well that fight, right? Not only did he hold his own, but he fought well, man. He had some good things working in his favor. That overhand right looked strong, right? He weathered the storm when he had to. He showed he had a good chin. He took his punches when he got popped. He used this jab. He was moving well inside of the ring. And even if you don't like Jake Paul, you're not a big Jake Paul guy, you can't deny the fact that he's actually gotten better each fight, right? It's night and day from when he started to where he is now, right? He takes his training very seriously. He has great trainers and seems to be constantly and consistently working on his craft. And when you do that, you're going to get better, and he has been improving. Now, when he fought Tommy Fury, I like how he was patient on offense and wasn't just trying to land one big shot. He was trying to set up his shots. I like how composed he was under pressure, right? When Tommy Fury was coming at him, letting off his hands, right? He didn't shell up. He used his footwork to get out of the way, right? And to maneuver in a position that he could get away from some of the shots and put himself in a better position to counter and to respond. So I liked his poise under pressure. He talks a whole lot, of course. I mean, the man knows how to sell a fight, right? But he doesn't come into the fight emotionally attached to what he is saying, right? And in boxing, you cannot come into a fight emotional, because you come in that and you just hate your guys, you hate your opponent so much, and you just come out swinging, there's a good chance you're going to get caught and find yourself on a canvas and be slept inside the ring, right? So I like the fact that he knows how to separate the two. And when he comes into the ring, you're going to get the best version of Jake Paul, man. And you have to respect that. Again, these two have been going back and forth for years. Now they're going at it. Nate Diaz isn't old age-wise, but he has been in a lot of wars throughout his combat career. So will that catch up to him? Right? We'll see how it goes. Let's talk about his opponent, Nate Diaz. Diaz has been around for a while, man. In his MMA career, he's got a record of 21 wins, 13 losses. Only been stopped twice in his career, to my knowledge. He hasn't done a boxing fight under his belt yet, hasn't had one under his belt yet from a professional setting. Based on his last fight when he fought Tony Ferguson, he won by submission. Diaz, I don't think he is in his prime years, right? He's still in good shape and yes, can still fight, but his speed isn't where it once was. His reflexes not as sharp as it once was. He's tricky though, and he does a lot of unorthodox things inside of the octagon that we have seen. Is he a good striker? Yeah, I say he's a pretty good striker, right? Is he one of the top strikers in MMA? I'm not going to say that. I don't think so, right? Before fighting Tony Ferguson, he fought someone who I consider as one of the top strikers in MMA in Leon Edwards, and he got picked apart. Do I think Jake Paul is as fast as Leon Edwards? No, I don't think so. Do I think Jake Paul is as good of a striker as Leon Edwards? No, I don't think so. But when he is on his feet, just striking inside of the octagon in the previous years, he's gotten picked apart, right? Like he hasn't had the best success. He's had good moments, but those moments kind of came far in between. But the thing I like about Diaz, man, is he's tough. Like this is a very tough cat who, if he could fight heavyweights inside the octagon, if it made sense, he'd probably take that. He's fearless, man. So this is boxing, right? And, you can't use your feet, right? You don't have to worry about that part, right? I've seen some sparring and some training sessions of him, and not going to lie, the man looks pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I don't think either man can take each other for granted. It's going to make things interesting, man. I will say that. So who wins? Personally, I think the more the fight goes on, the better actually Nate Diaz will be from it. Right? Nate Diaz isn't usually a fast starter. He likes to kind of take his time a little bit, but the question is, how will he handle the power of Jake Paul? right? What will he look like on his feet? Just solely on his feet. What's his speed going to look like? What's his reflexes going to look like? What's his footwork going to look like? What's his conditioning going to look like? And, you know, the timing of boxing and MMA is so different because in MMA, man, you got to watch out for a lot of things all at once. You don't only have to watch out for the hands, right? The elbows, you got to watch out for the takedowns. You got to watch out for the kick. And who knows? Maybe the fact that Nate Diaz only has to focus on striking, that will probably benefit him and give him a better angle and a better success rate of winning this fight. But on the other hand, like Jake Paul has been dedicating his life to the sport and taking it seriously in the recent few years, right? But, you know, but on the other side too, you know, Nate Diaz knows how to deal with pressure. He knows how to handle those pressure moments. He doesn't have to worry about getting kicked or worrying about the bottom half of the guy he's fighting, right? He could just train in one specific area, and that always has its added advantages, right? It might be beneficial to him, but at the same time, man, I'm going towards Jake Paul. From what I've seen of Jake Paul so far, he's continuing to get better. He's learned from every single fight, and, you know, he can take a shot. The hand is good. The hand is strong. And I have to believe that he's going to continue to progress. And after a fight against Tommy Fury, man, how it was actually an impressive fight, right? I think he is going to get into the ring and do enough to get the win against Nate Diaz. What are your thoughts on this fight? Who do you have winning this one? Let me know in the comment section below. If you would like to support the channel, there's a couple ways you can do so. You can like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you would like to support by way of donation, you can find options in the description below. Also, my Cash App handle will be on screen as well. Any amount goes towards the growth of this channel and will be greatly, greatly appreciated. We got a membership section going on the channel. Don't always get to do all of the suggested videos you guys suggest in the comment section below, but if you become a member, those suggested videos rise to the top, and I will do my best to get those done for you. Or if you would just like to become a member just to support the channel, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated as well, man. Shout out to everybody that continues to like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate each of you. So with all that being said, if you've been watching the video, this don't do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, and we'll definitely see you next time.